Hello and welcome to CFO Focus Live. I'm Aditi Roy, formerly of CNBC and ABC News, and currently with Aditi Roy Media. I'll be your host for this episode. We have a fun show for you today revolving around sports and cars. We'll hear the stories behind the home runs, the expansion of enterprises, and a game-changing new model for youth sports. We have a stellar lineup of executives we'll be hearing from today. Tereska Zabka is general counsel with the San Diego Padres. Prior to the Padres, Tereska spent several years working in tech at Viasat. Mike Bufano is president and CFO at League One Volleyball. Prior to League One, Mike was the CFO at Allbirds and Panera Bread. He calls himself a team builder and culture champion. And Christian Torres is executive counsel at Van Tile Companies, a diversified company which operates a dozen dealerships across the West and South. Prior to his role, Christian has worked at Carvana, Volkswagen, and Nissan. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to dive deeper into your backgrounds in just a minute, but first, I want each of you to tell us a little bit about your company. Give us a snapshot, any financials you're able to share publicly, and how many employees you have, where you are geographically. Tereska, let's start with you.
Thank you for having me. So as the San Diego Padres, most people know us as a baseball team, but the organization is quite large. We have about 1,700 employees. Of that, 500 are full-time, and they're across the country, including down in the DR. Revenue, about $400 million last year.
And a little bit about your owners.
So it's owned by the majority family, as most baseball teams are. There's a slight diversification when it comes to sort of public companies or private equities owning it, but most clubs are owned sort of by small families, single owners.
And this family has owned your team for a while now.
They have since 2012, but they're definitely a baseball family with deep roots.
Awesome. Mike, let's move on to you. You're also in the sports world. Tell us about League One Volleyball.
Yeah, happy to be here. League One has a pretty unique model. We're trying to do something no one else has ever done in sports. We've started on the youth and grassroots level. So we now today own 80 volleyball clubs across the U.S. And just this past year, we started a women's indoor professional volleyball league with 6 teams around the country.
Awesome. Christian, Van Tile, tell us a little bit about this company.
Van Tile Companies is a management company that operates a diversified fleet of businesses, most of them in either real estate or the automotive retail space. And we currently have 12 dealerships, which is what I'm closest to. And we are known for operating really excellent stores and providing great customer service.
And you focus on the South and the West of the U.S.?
That's right. Right now, we're focused entirely in 4 states: California, Colorado, Arizona, and Texas.
Great. Tereska, let's go back to you. You transitioned from tech defense at Viasat to sports law in MLB. What prompted you to make this transition to sports?
It was a simple job opening, nothing more than that.
What drew you to it?
It was something I started at Viasat and had an amazing experience there. They did me a solid and rotated me through like 6 different departments. So really got to know the ins and outs of the company. And so this, although an untraditional transition, ended up being seamless only because I dove right in and really got to understand the ins and outs of the entire company as a whole. And so then, of course, had to learn all the baseball stuff on top of it, but sort of from an operational standpoint, it's run just like any other company would be.
Was baseball a passion of yours? Is it something that you grew up around in your family, or is it something you really had to learn up on?
Definitely had to catch up on it.
And how did you do that? By going to a lot of games, just immersing yourself with the company, talking to people?
Yeah, I think everything, right? So jumping in, just like any new job, you just sort of immerse yourself and get your hands dirty and really learn the ins and outs of everything. And then just naturally the curiosity, right? How does this work? How does this operate? Our offices are actually at the ballpark, which makes it really easy to go talk to somebody and say, hey, walk me through your world. Show me how the production works. Show me how the Wi-Fi works. Show me how the security offices work, and sort of have them walk and talk around the ballpark so that you really understand their world. And so that when you're supporting them, you really know the context in which they're doing it. And then, yeah, going to games and learning all the rules and the nitty gritties, right? If a rule changes, you have to go and study the history of it. What changed? Why did it change? How is it going to be enforced, right? So learning the baseball rules in parallel as well.
You have to soak up a lot. I was looking at your LinkedIn site and your description of your job, and it is dizzying to read about all that you oversee. This includes matters related to baseball and players, of course, but also operations of the venue, front office, special events, corporate matters. You oversee legal issues around investigations to ticketing, social media, the full venue concerts. What area takes up the most time and mind share for you?
Depends on the time of year, right?